See Norbert moving through with the Glock now, trying to close that distance as best he can. Jame will certainly help with 2 headshots, and there's Fame as well. So it seems Disaster will continue to be consistent for ENCE and pistol rounds here today.
Yeah, losing so many pistols this tournament, but this one looked far too easy. Outsiders getting a number of kills without any real reciprocation. It's Jame and Fame that are able to do all the damage. So Valde may even just try and save. He has armory as a kid, he has a flash, he's got resources to bring into that next round, and Outsiders are hunting him.
How often do you see on a pistol round an entire team chasing a saving CT? That is not something that you see every day. Outsiders, who goes in first? Someone's got to swing. See Valde getting close to that CZ, and the bomb is at his feet now. Maiden comes in with a headshot, and things are really turning against his favor all of a sudden.
The bomb dropped inside of the site, and Valde gave it up. He wanted to try and prioritize his life, make sure he didn't go traded and hold that numbers advantage. But now that they found Norbert, it's a 1-on-2, and Fame's not got that bomb down yet. He has to try and go for something cheeky here, but he won't be allowed it. It's a Valde hold, a 3K on the round, and they overturn that pistol loss.
One player making his way down, but what else is going on? Hold on a second, they had the information, but he didn't find the frag. How long can he stay here for? He needs a multi-frag, but will he be able to get one? The bomb carrier has dropped, but there will be a trade. They're in the red. Snappy doing what he can, but he cannot pick off qikert. Valde doesn't have position. He might get a kill from this, but doesn't even go for it. Doesn't seem like he will.
Thought for sure Sampayas was at an angle that they would have been able to clear just by seeing his Baron for this mid-pressure, but Snappy's being a little bit nefarious around this smoke. They're trying to move past the short smoke themselves, and Snappy won't find any damage. Flit a clean entry.
Yeah, that was quite a high variance situation for Snappy, not in his favor on this occasion. But Diha may find some angles against these multiple assailants. Not enough damage to get that second frag, however. He's got some information. Maiden trying to swing. Jame not quite ready, but somehow gets a kill. Pivotal moment in this round. Because Sampaya still thinking about it, but Jame is thinking about that AWP. Hopping up, still alive for the time being, and he's falling back because he realizes if he dies there.
Что лучше? Взять CSGO Prime за 1000 рублей в Стиме или за 100 рублей на LOL Steam? Я думаю, выбор очевиден. LOL Steam — это честный и безопасный сайт, где ты сможешь найти дешевые аккаунты по любым играм.
Not gonna re-peek that, falling back a little. Awkward now for both teams, but Valde gets one. Trying to fall back himself. He's going to spray, find the bomb, and Jame. There goes the AWP. Down for the CZ, and they clean up without losing a single player. That was awkward for ENCE as well. They had the MP9 behind the long doors. He was nerfed many moons ago, eons perhaps. Norbert with the hero AK in this round, trying to open up the long position, but he's got more work to do. He has one more to find. At the very least, the flashes are here. He's able to get the kill with support from qikert. 2 down in long. Those are rifles to be collected by Outsiders.
Yeah, it's not uncommon we see teams go for gamble stacks in a situation like this, but Outsiders are a team that's punished that continuously. Sampayas, no one's watching your short, and he overexposes himself, so he got digged up by Glocks and the rifles alike.
There is a big concentration of players in this short position. Split, will he be dropping? Indeed he will, but Snappy's got a grenade out. Horrible timing for him, and big opportunity for Outsiders. A swing and a miss from Sampayas, and surely they can shut this down now. 22 seconds. Fame alone with the bomb wins a crucial duel, and there's nothing left for ENCE to do.
Yeah, they were burning time, so if for some reason they were able to drop that bomb, it could have been a little panic stations there for Outsiders, but their timing is perfect. They throw that mid to B smoke, and Snappy starts to make his way over to try and support his B players, just get some information about whether they're coming up the ramp or not, and as he did so, nade out and in the wrong spot. Very well done, very well called here from the Outsiders, and Valde's gun is gone as well. They don't really have the best of funds here on ENCE, so...
The MP9 are on the bus, and the bus is into the B bomb site. They're all here. The passengers are on the way. Diha blind but alive for now. Got to find some kills quickly. There's a third one from Valde as well. Great support from these CTs on B.
Wow, can't believe Diha even gets away with 1 kill there because he was blind for so long, but a 2-on-4. They don't want to go for a plant because ENCE are right around the corner. If they go, it means that one person has to have their gun out, the other would not. And ENCE are playing it patient. They're waiting for that timer to tick, but now that smoke is fading as well. They'll try and cheat through it. Fame finds Modin for free, but they're both brought so low within an inch of their life. Outsiders, can they somehow make it out of a round like this?
They still have a minute on the clock. Surely they try and find a kill somehow. But how? Snappy patiently waiting. Look at his timing. Okay, second burst and he gets there. Split 1 versus 3, 9 HP. Not today, sir. The round will be taken by ENCE as well as the AWP. On this bomb site, Valde looking to clear the tunnels. Split still alive for now. Just needs to connect one more time, Valde, and he'll be able to do that. Only sees one player there. Big problems on the A bomb site, though. Martin by that goose spot. Just waiting for this push. They're stuck at the moment, Outsiders, and that's allowing time for the CT rotation. Martin will be dropped, but has he done enough? Snappy is here as well. Bomb planted, 3-on-3.
Some Pius went for the jump shot and he got punished immediately. Diha as well could get nothing on his rotation. So now it's a Valde 1 versus 3. Was awkward in fights with Flit, but it's a fast headshot onto Fame. He's got time to play with. There's kits en route, and Valde's trying to make a good go of it. Jame, low HP, and Norbert just jiggling, waiting to get that information. He finally spots him, and I think Valde's now called it quits. Outsiders will hold on.
Jame tries to identify the makeup on the B-bomb site, but soon the pilgrimage will begin.
Valde, immediate smoke on the reaction, and Diha's plucked one out before the smoke at the doors as well. So Valde's playing around with the smoke he dropped, but Jame brought low, and qikert's got the kill they needed. An equalizer, 3-on-3, and Flit's here to silence these rotates.
Carefully positioned around that slanted wall, not to reveal his position, but to punish the CTs for theirs. Smart stuff from him. We've got a rotation in T-spawn with no kit. That's a long journey, to put it mildly. 2 players remain, 1 in lower tunnel. Snappy could threaten to make a play. Hold on a second. How has that happened? He lost half his health to a late molly there. Trying to look for Flit, and qikert will get a free one. 2 versus 1 now, not in favor of Martin. No kit, no more health. 9 rounds at halftime for Outsiders.
Players coming in support, but James there to see if he can find an easy head, but all these flashes, and they realize exactly what's going on. They had 2 players set up in CT already, and Jame gets 2 freebies, but Norbert's gone.
This could turn into ENCE's favor with Snappy's position, get some extra range with the USP, and now things are very awkward for Outsiders. Indeed, moving forward actually, never mind playing from the pit, he's going to come and help his teammates. They're going to try and take it by force, but now starting to move back as they lose the numbers. Diha's got more to do, 1 up top, 1 at the bottom. Almost like a game show, goes for the higher one, doesn't finish off the job though. 5 HP for Fame. There is a kit in the hands of qikert. Snappy trying to find an angle. The bomb's not actually planted for him. Not planted for him at all. 5 HP Fame might just get there, and they've been robbed in another pistol round. The last kill won't matter. It goes the way of Outsiders.
That is unbelievable. The fact they try to go for the 10-second defuse. More tags just keep on coming through for the Outsiders, so there's only so many healthy bodies you have left. Trying to maybe find and capitalize. They have priorities, taking short because they lost long control, and Norbert will find it, so there is no second prong to the assault.
Footsteps surely to be heard. That scout has done so much damage, and they drop like flies. 3 plays to 5 for Outsiders. All those scout tags really make things awkward. Snappy has to be careful though, because there is rifle support for this AWP. And it's starting to move up as distraction is being run in a short position. This looks very awkward for Outsiders, just as it did for ENCE on the A-bomb site. So many rounds. Still want to find in the smoke. Snappy with an inquisitive burst will find him, and Outsiders will disengage.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they lose those A-side players, it is a call to save. It feels like Outsiders do it every single time, but they know that this is a long game.
They'll need long for the retake. Still, with Flit in the middle doors, no guarantee it's going to be A just yet. Oh, that's a big frag. That opens all the doors now for ENCE.
Yeah, probably likely to link up as well. Valde's still lurking inside those upper tunnels, and it's smoked off right now, so doesn't have a sight line, but he's hoping that the ramp players will take attention. qikert at least mowing the first player down. The second as well. Martin doesn't even get to fire off shots, but caught on the reload. Fame will finally trade it out, and running through that smoke, Valde finds nothing, but the some pious miss. It couldn't have come at a more inopportune time, because Outsiders have help, and they will get themselves another. They made this call as soon as they cleared upper, but they're actually still fighting for it. Norbert trying to get through that smoke. It's a free kill for Martin. The flash didn't quite align, and Jame makes sure that they're cut 1 thin before the site.
Deploying some incendiaries towards the site itself. That'll buy time for potential rotations or better positioning for Outsiders. Fame and Flit will come through with some smoke frags, and now we're in a 4 versus 2. Outsiders found the information they needed, and they will punish. Diha will have to go for the hardest plant to defend. No spicy angles, and down goes Diha with a boost. So it's Pius now versus 3. He gets another 1v1, but qikert just about gets there. We saw the scope, but we didn't see the shot qikert will clutch the round for Outsiders.
Oh, the timing there for some pious.
B-bomb site, maybe expecting something fast based on that tag.
Fame's got the AWP, and they're playing close as well. It's all about whether they pull the pin on this timing. Heard the nade being primed, and so jumping around the corner, the first one's free. Fame still at the back of the site, and qikert's there to support as well. They don't know that there's a third player here. They already dealt with one, and the AWP is still alive and kicking. qikert makes sure that they can get no further than those tunnels. Do or die now here on our first map, and ENCE are left wanting. Jame aggressive, and the Deek's out. He hits the one Deek on this, just a spam. He was doing it off cooldown, but they can't get another follow-up frag. Fame try as he might, does retreat and try to play the numbers. ENCE, there's urgency because that Molotov is sticking them in place, and they know they can be boxed in as well.
They were trying to get through it faster, but it's still spread around the side. CPH gives them an option. He keeps them in the game. That bomb needs to get planted soon. We can see Outsiders starting to move through mid. One going towards short, one going towards long. CPH with an angle. Surely Flit looks towards the long corner. Indeed he does. And that gives CPH the jump to get the kill. That's going to make things real hard for Norbert now. Look at the bait there onto Snappy, though. That is fantastic from Norbert. Where is the other player? We'll expect him to be in basically the same position. Walking into the crossfire. Now the information is known. Dihar will win the duel. Ever confident Dihar. And Fame, his job has changed. Save the AWP. But now, there appears to be a focus on that B bomb site for the ENCE squad, and Fame has got a nice lineup and all the information he needs. The bomb is at the B bomb site, and Flit will try to spot. This time, no dice. There could be flashes coming in for Fame. Indeed, there are as he faces the floor. One more is dropped. Valde will lose the bomb. Where's the rest of the squad? 2 versus 4. Dihar and CPH trying to do what they can, but the cavalry keep coming for Outsiders.
They're so split as well. Dihar playing around the smoke, but there's 3 in close proximity. It's dink for dink. 4 kills for Fame in the potentially 16th round here for Outsiders, and he keeps on tagging up CPH. Come on, do it. New addition, who cares? Fame could just finish this off with an ace, but CPH is trapped. They need heroics from him, and they can't do it. It will be Jame to finish it off. A 16-8 scoreline.
Valde trying to close that distance, and he will be able to get the first kill. Down goes Jame. We can see that full rotation coming through from the CTs. Patient shot to the Glock, and are they going to win this pistol round?
It's certainly a possibility. It's looking likely. Valde getting these 2 kills has given them so much room, but they can't sit on their laurels too quick. Flit finding 1 and bringing it back to a 3-on-4, and they've got a kit, so they have time.
There's a flash for both sides. ENCE really, just for their own confidence, must win a pistol round. Dihar will make it even harder for Outsiders now as Flit and Norbert remain. Flashbangs being deployed, but Flit is in a 1 versus 4, and they've done it. They've broken the curse. The man with the greatest hand in esports, Valde, with the opening frags, and ENCE can convert afterwards.
I can. It's lovely. Extra $1,500 makes a bigger difference, and Norbert, nice off angle. Valde wasn't quite prepared for it, and they can't get the trade. Snappy, try as you might. We'll have to call from the sidelines now.
That's a chunky grenade onto Fame as well. Reading the reposition, punishing the reposition. That shot from Dihar. He's got all the smarts for the B-bomb site, but more needs to be done. Close, but not quite. Off the side he goes. That leaves CPH and Madden. The last 2 for ENCE. Needs to get 1 more bullet at least. Very dicey, but ENCE are staying in this.
Yeah, small bumps, and those are signs of life, but Madden being dropped does rotate available as well with Flit, so if ENCE decide to end B like they're postured up to be, they're in for a world of hurt. Norbert starting off the affair, and Flit is there as well from the window. Fame can activate all 3 players having contributions here for the Outsiders defense, and CPH is left alone again. First shot on that AWP will land, but there's more numbers, and a nade will finish the job. It will be a 4th for Outsiders.
These holds are looking strong. Fame a little further forward as this fast round comes in from ENCE, so they find themselves their entry, but there's more players to deal with here as they're bunching up. Norbert finds 1.
So close to the action as well, and around that smoke, Valde will try and find more, but Madden burns to the flames, just on the small embers of it because it was expiring soon, and Flit's got another. It's now Valde that has to be the instrument for this round if ENCE want any success, lest they be singing songs of better days. Valde dropped just as easily, and Flit is finally dealt with, but it's again, we've seen CPH in so many 1vx's, and he hasn't been able to find too much short, but they get back in here in time, and they don't clear the sandbag flank, so qikert gets freebies. That's the bomb dropped on the ramp, 27 seconds, and the closest person that could have retrieved it has also been dealt with. They've now found Snappy, and Valde is just all alone. We've seen so many 1v3s, 1v4s, but we haven't had it on a rifle. Valde trimming the fat a little with one more kill, but he's calling it.
Bomb getting planted now around the 35-second mark, and the retake smokes are here. They'll need some kills first, though. And there's the opening frag after the bomb is planted in favor of ENCE, but they don't really have the firepower to contest Outsiders in the way they want to. 4v2 for the retake as these smokes start to get deployed now. One more for Norbert to throw. Everybody's got a kit as well. Will they need some body blocking to defuse this bomb? They're still looking for frags elevated over that smoke. You can see that AWP raining out. No one's on that bomb just yet, though, and Valde is still alive. Norbert starting to defuse now. Fame trying to find Valde. He's taken down the diffuser. Jame won't have time, I don't believe, to get this. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. Is he going to make it? No! There's a round for ENCE, and the crowd are super happy with that. Sharp on Vertigo. Big flash for Martin. Somehow qikert completely avoids it. 5 versus 3. What answer do ENCE have to these kills?
Seen them in spots like this before, and they haven't been able to claw the numbers back. The execution they did last round over will be the same. Look at the front of the side, the Molotov that's down, but they don't quite burn them out of position. There's 4 bodies, and they are all warm here on the Outsiders. They are ready to pounce right in. The molly on the default boxes will do nothing to stop Valde from getting that plant down. Sampaio standing his ground, but Valde's there to trade. And having just a 1-for-1 like that, ENCE don't have the numbers to sustain that. Low HP on a number of players, and qikert's dealt with on the flank. That's a critical kill for Snappy. He's trying to set up Valde to have some kind of success, but no one's seen on the swing. And it's all about whether or not they can find these heads. Snappy's so quick with it. Off-axis plant, so it's a little awkward to try and find the lineup. And if they do, that would be great, but they're sticking the defuse, and Snappy has to land it, but he can't. It's a stolen round this time. No miraculous headshot through smoke.
That's the problem with the not default plant. They'll be able to deal with this situation. Fame will play off of his teammate, and again there's the opening frag for Outsiders, but Flip's been dropped now, as has Fame, and Norbert's not far behind. James trying to keep his team in this one, but he's the only man, and you know where he's going. A 4th round likely for ENCE at this point.
Are somewhat stuck. They've got bodies on this bomb site, but taking a lot of damage for these duels and getting away with it. Norbert as well. The spam is right on the queue, so Outsiders a man advantage.
Yeah, things turn around quickly. Outsiders playing together, huddled together. They know B has been left open, and they're heading in that direction, but can they get there fast enough? Do they have enough? Fame on 10 HP. Life may be difficult for him. His job may be cannon fodder. You can see him jumping into the site. It is exactly that. Look how he swings to the side, trying to open opportunity for his teammates, and they will deliver for him. They'll make it worthwhile. Sampaio again in the clutch on the B bomb site. Such a hard spot for him. No plant just yet. He's got to find the frags.
Oh, they built this boost so quick as well. I don't know if Sampaio could consider it, but he's not taking the long approach, instead playing close. Sound cues. They're starting to think he might have evaded them and actually gone back to the A bomb site, but Sampaio is still trailing forward and trying to find an advantage, but they had a crossfire built.
Grenades being lined up now. And Norbert and Fame will line up the headshots as best they can. Sampaio and Snappy remain. 2 versus 5 with Tech 9s, and it's going to be a hard task to even get up those stairs, and they will be denied. ENCE are capable of a strong CT hub, but not going to fall back though. He is ready for the pops with the USP. He's got a teammate for help as well, but Sampaio and Snappy now have been dropped. Advantage Outsiders. They've only lost 1 player. Valde still around A though, cutting noise, slinking away. As Outsiders will consider their next step. It's gone from the ramp to the side. He is being looked for though by qikert. He's got a better angle and he will find a kill as well. Trade by Norbert, he has the superior angle. Advantage Outsiders again.
Want to see if Dihad performs the same maneuver or not. Getting one might be enough to at least dissuade Outsiders, but they're running out of time. 30 seconds. They will have to eventually end up on the site and get that bomb planted, and they can afford no mistakes with that package. Fame going alone at first, but Jame will be there to join him and try and trade, but Fame doesn't even need his backup. Outsiders have broken into a 3-on-1, and Madden's not had the sharpest of games. If there was ever a moment to try and pull something off and have a high-impact round, now would be it. Madden's got the first, and running through those flames, trying to catch them, repositioning. Low HP player on that low ground, and Fame is just toying with him, allowing Jame to hold him on the high, and Fame will instead deliver.
Towards B, but it had to fall back from that eventually once the utility ran out, and they are limited in information, but they're getting all the information now. Problems arising on the A bomb site. Already a kill for Outsiders. They're really good at these 5v4s, looking to capitalize on that, but Valde will deny them with 2 frags. Traded eventually, but he might have done enough as Flip finds himself alone. 17 seconds, and he's had quite enough of this. These slow rounds, really nervous for the CT side as well. It's like almost playing a T side on train. You don't...
Oh, Madden, that's a big mistake. Try to go for a flank and another rifle is given over. I mean, you might have A ramp control, but if they just group themselves up and hit that B bomb site, there's a real possibility as well. But I think they know they got that tag on Valde, so they're expecting to go to a weaker side.
Oh my days!
How on earth does he get that so quick?
They had so much control. Now it feels like they've got absolutely none. Snappy needs a multi-frag. There's the first. They're bunching up for him. That's exactly what they needed to keep ENCE alive in this game. 1 versus 2. Jame avoids the grenade, down to 13 HP now. He can still make this painful. He can still win this round. Looking for the CTs, running out of time to plant this bomb. The smoke will be gone soon. It might have to be by elimination. Suggesting he's fallen away. Smoke forward, actually. Just covering himself, but the USP will do the job. Too difficult towards the end. A huge
around the map, and they divert themselves back over towards mid. Diha behind the sandbags, and they didn't expect him to be in there, so when he pops his head up, it's 3. So Outsiders leave their sole teammate in qikert alive, and he wasn't a part of the party. And looking like they are securing an 8th here, and it's all Diha that does the damage. Valde will finish off business, but they now within 5.
Though, and he could be caught himself. Kikert's going to peek eventually. Hold on a second. There's a free kill. 2 kills at the same time now. But ENCE will fight back. Snappy with another multi-frag on the ramp. He refuses to lose.
Wow, the ultimate speed bump, and sometimes just sending Outsiders sailing off the map, but it's not quite done yet. 2 players that remain here for ENCE as Norbert pulls it down to just the remain.
Not running. There is a quick molly now as Norbert tries to do what he can. The combination, though, won't work out, and he gets both Diha and denies the bomb plant. ENCE make it to 10.
Gave a breath of fresh air for the rest of the squad because they're performing, but Fame has found the first head. Snappy gone, so Inspiration will have to lead to the sideline.
qikert is waiting for perhaps the inevitable. The grenade will force Madden forward as well, trying to avoid the damage. He takes even more than he would have otherwise, but how could he know? There's plenty of money for ENCE that can quickly disappear in consecutive rounds, and that's the difference between the M4 and the AK. Rings the bell, but it's not enough damage. 5 versus 2 now. I was going to ask the question, is it time to disengage? But
he shot from below, but he's going to have to make a quick adjustment. Oh, there's Snappy once again finding and springing into the action. There's 30 seconds left. Outsiders need to make their move now.
Steps ahead. He sees the boost as well. The frags go the way of ENCE. 3 rounds behind, trying to make it 2. And this looks like another one to be secured. Flitz and Jame need to hold what they have.
Further forward, now the smoke and the Molotov will come down, and the nade landing on top of some pies, but the boost up is well timed. An instant headshot, and Valde's found his as well. It just keeps on being more and more frags for ENCE. They will guarantee all 30.
Those are exactly the frags they needed. No util left for the CTs.
Molotov in at the sandbag, so they're not calling that bluff. Kikert's got a second, and Snappy stands his ground, but gets nothing. A nade from Diha maybe makes it a little bit better, but it's still pain for ENCE.
Expect anybody to be here. Doesn't look like it. And down he goes. 1 versus 4 now for Diha. He's got so much to do. If he can find a way to take down that bomb carrier, then maybe there is something to be done. But look at all the angles he has to deal with. looking for the lurker. We can see Flick just waiting around the corner as that bomb starts to get planted. He knows there's a flanker. He found the first one, and now you can see qikert making things worse, almost guaranteeing a trade frag situation. He'll peek when his teammates shoot. Surely this one's over. Diha's got so much to do in a triangle of doom, and qikert puts him out of his misery. Outsiders are your ESL Challenger Rotterdam champions 2022.
I cannot believe it. They do it 2-0. They beat them so handily on Dust 2, and then it came to every single round on Vertigo. As soon as it came to crunch time,